Yo guys, But here back on the video, and today we'll be showcasing the top 10 weapons here on defense here. So what you guys want to do is you want to try these weapons here. So these are the top 10 weapons for me. So I was pretty strict on this list. I was going to add more, but I decided to stick with just 10. I didn't want to do any honorable mentions or anything like that. So we're going to go ahead and get into this video here. If you guys want, go ahead and drop a like down below. If you have any comments of what you think the top 10 is, go ahead and comment that below. But we're getting started here with number 10. That's Rook with the MP5. So the Rook MP5 here actually gets the 2.0, 2x sight, whatever you want to call it here, the 2x scope. So it's not even a sight, it's really just a sniper scope straight up. So that's the reason it's really on the list. I don't really like the gun per se, but the fact that it's got a 2x scope is like pretty insane. You can hold long angles and everything like that. So it's also got the 1.5 if you want to switch to that, but just the fact, I wouldn't say because it has 1.5 makes it good, but the fact that it's got the two times is actually pretty insane. You can hold crazy long angles. You're practically like a sniper. I will say it's really inaccurate with when you hold down the trigger, of course, you know, because it's a sniper scope with a machine gun, so it's kind of given. But if you guys do burst fire, it does work pretty well. So that's number 10 here is Rook's MP5. So moving on to number 9 here, guys. Number 9, we're working with Wamai. So I really wanted to put Wamai higher because his gun actually is really good. 42 damage, 720 fire rate. But the problem is, it just looks so weird on my screen. I don't know what it is, but it just feels so awkward. I run the iron sights on this gun because you try to put any sights on it, it just takes up so much of your screen that it just looks so weird that it's like you can't even manage. So I will say this gun has insanely high damage. So coming in at number 9, respectfully, you know, because it does have insanely high damage. So if you guys are looking for something that packs more of a punch, you feel like you're not killing people fast enough, maybe try Wamai's AUG A2. So that's number 9 here, guys. Definitely a good gun, a little bit inaccurate, but it was also a pretty solid gun. So we're moving into number 8 here. So number 8 here actually is not a primary weapon at all. It's actually Caveira's secondary. So you see here, it's not either of these primaries. It's actually her Louisiana Pistol. I don't know how you pronounce it really, but her pistol is actually insane. It comes in at 65 damage here. I almost wanted to put this higher on the list, but because it's no sights or anything like that, and it got really no range to it, that I decided to just put it here on number 8. So it's coming in at a solid 8 here. It is a really solid pistol. It's pretty accurate. It's got pretty good fire rate for a pistol here. It does have pistol sights, which I guess is a little, I don't know, it might be tedious to kind of work with, but it isn't pretty insane here. I kind of missed a couple shots on this dummy, but I'll show you guys here. It's actually a 2-shot kill, so you can actually kill people in 2 shots. So it's pretty insane. So pretty insane gun here. So the next one here, guys, at number 7, we got Jaeger, or what I like to call him, Jaguar. So basically, he's one of the best used to be one of the best operators, and they've kind of nerfed him. So I almost didn't even want to put him on the list, guys, but he's been such a popular operator, and his gun honesty is really good. It doesn't have really good sights. The sights that I rock on it is the red dot B. A lot of people don't like this sight, but for some reason the sight really works well for me. So that's the sight that I kind of rock with it, guys. So the 416C carbine with Jaeger, pretty solid weapon, 38 damage and like 720 fire rate or something like that. So pretty solid weapon. It's not the most accurate, but it is like, it's got a nice assault rifle feel on defense. So like just that kind of makes you feel better on defense sometimes to get away from the whole submachine gun game. So moving here on number 6, guys, we got Smoke with the FMG9. So Smoke with the FMG9 here. As you guys know, the FMG9 is also a weapon that no KK, I like to call her, but her name's, I guess, Nook, on offense uses. So it technically is an attacker's weapon at the same time. So it rocks the 1.5 sight, so really good sight here. Definitely one of the best sights in the game. If you can get a gun with this sight, really, that's the best thing on defense. The fact that you can see ways away and still have like good vision and everything like that. Like the 2-point time sight, that gives you a lot of recoil sometimes, but the 1.5 sight is just perfect. So you guys can see here, Smoke's weapon is extremely accurate. So I'll be using it here in the shooting range, just kind of showcase how accurate it is. The 1.5 scope, like I said, is money, the most money sight in the game right now. So basically, that's really what makes a good defensive weapon as of right now. So that's number 6, guys. So moving in number 5. And number 5, I almost had a hard time with this, but technically one of the better weapons in the game for defense. It it's got that weird feeling, just how like Wamai's gun does. So it's Thunderbird Spear 308. So this is number 5, guys. So basically, I run iron sights on this as well, just because it takes up so much of my screen. I feel like it looks a little bit weird. It does do an insane amount of damage, 42 damage, which is pretty crazy. It's also technically an assault rifle, so you get that assault rifle feel on defense, which does kind of feel good sometimes. It's a pretty accurate gun. The iron sights are hit or miss. I mean, kind of depending on what you like. I mean, they take up a little bit too much of your screen, but other than that, it's a pretty solid gun, coming in at number 5. So moving on to number 4, guys, and this is probably everyone's number 1 right now. So a lot of people might be like, what the heck's going on? Why is this not number 1? But for number 4 for me, guys, is Warden's MPX. It's insanely accurate. It's got the 1.5. Unfortunately, it's only got 29 damage, but it does have 830 fire rate, so it kind of makes up for lack of damage with fire rate and insane accuracy. But there's just other guns I feel like that are better than the MPX for defense. It is an insanely good gun, and if you guys are having trouble with accuracy or anything like that, this gun's a straight laser even when you just hold down the trigger, so it is pretty crazy. So that's number 4, guys. Definitely try the MPX, and one of the better guns. I mean, 1.5 scope, you can't really say anything else. That's really what makes a good gun on defense, like what I've been saying. So now we're moving on to number 3, and this might be controversial, but we're going with Maestros Alda 5.56. So basically, this is one of the only 2 LMGs on the defense here. The other option would be Tachanka, but Tachanka's got a lot of recoil on his, but Maestro's actually got not that much recoil on his. And if you run the red dot, it's on the red dot C sight, it's almost like an ACOG of some sort in a way. You can kind of pretend, but basically the reasoning here is it's got insane high fire rate and it's got 80 bullets a clip. That is just insane on defense. There's no other gun that's got anything like that. And the reason is, like, it's a straight laser. I'll kind of show you guys here. It's more accurate than what you would imagine. But the reason is you can pre-fire almost everything if you have to. And on top of that, I've seen so many times where I spray 20 or 30 bullets, stop, and then they always think I'm reloading. But with the Maestro's weapon, you don't have to reload after 20, 30 shots. You still got 50 left. So it's just like insane usage on defense. They never expect it. Element of surprise. It's just crazy to have 80 round bullet clip available. So that's number 3, guys. So definitely try out Maestro's weapon if you haven't. So moving on to number 2 is Thorn's weapon, and it's called the UZK50GI. I guess that's what it's called. So it's definitely one of the better guns, I feel like. I feel like it's almost the best gun. The only thing that holds this gun back from the number 1 spot for me, guys, is the fact that it's only got 22 bullets a clip. If you reload it right, you can get 23. But basically, it's got the 1.5 scope, which is insane. And it's also got 40 damage, which is just absolutely insane to have the 1.5 scope with 40 damage. That's like insane combination. You're packing a punch and you can have a good sight that can kind of see a little ways away. It's pretty accurate overall. Definitely, you can definitely tell this gun does more damage. When you use it, it's like you feel yourself either downing or killing people quicker than with other defensive weapons. So I'll definitely recommend this one highly if you guys are having trouble with feeling like your guns aren't doing a lot of damage to the enemy. So that's number 2 here is Thorn's weapon. So number 1, guys, is Frost. So Frost for me is definitely just hands down the number 1 gun on defense. So remember, guys, this is just guns I'm rating here. I'm not rating the abilities. So Frost, just straight for her weapon, is literally the best weapon on defense. So you got the 1.5 scope, you got extended barrel, and it's got 40 damage with 34 bullets a clip. So just the 40 damage is literally insane. The fact that you get the 1.5 scope, just like I was saying with Thorn's weapon, is like literally insane with the 40 damage. It's just an insane combo. And on this one, you guys actually get 34 bullets a clip. And I will say it's slightly less fire rate, but that almost helps you out with making it more accurate and just overall it's higher damage, so you don't really need the fire rate as much, and it's just more important to just be hitting your shots. So it's an insanely good weapon. You guys definitely got to try Frost. So just let me know what you guys think about this list. Maybe comment down below if there's a weapon that you guys thought should have been on the list, and maybe what number you think it should have been. So go ahead and let me know, guys, and go ahead and drop a like down below. Really appreciate the feedback, and subscribe to the channel for more Rainbow Six Siege content. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.